Well, hello guys, welcome back. This will be a vloggy thing. Do you remember The Exorcist? I do. I remember seeing that movie as a little girl, and Regan scared me more than Pazuzu or anything else in that film. There was something about her being possessed that, terrified me. Not that she was possessed, it just, the makeup and everything, she terrified me. And I remember seeing the uncensored version so many years ago when it came out in DVD, and I hated that. I asked him on the other channel, because it's out as a VR game now, because why not? Would you like to see me play that? And at first most said yeah. And then as the poll went on for a while, it became just so many more wanted to see it. And I thought, well, I kept going back and forth, because by the time I went today, it was off sale. I said, I'm not getting it. And Loki says, why not? And I said, well, The Exorcist is such an old film, and the graphics don't look all that great. And honestly, demons aren't scary. Demons aren't scary. I said, kids today and adults today, they're not going to be scared of some girl, tied up on a bed or some Pazuzu or something. They're not going to be scared of this. This ain't going to be scary. And I saw all the people that played it, and I said, look, everybody and their mother played it. Nobody's going to watch this. And he says, I thought we were doing what we wanted to do, and you love The Exorcist. You love that series of films. I'm like, yeah, but I hardly remember it, and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, just get it. So I got it. And I'm playing it, and it took me a while to figure out one mechanic, but after that, I'm playing it, and I'm recording it, and you start out in this really brightly lit training room to learn your stuff. And then you head to the precinct, and it's not quite as brightly lit, but it looks like it should for nighttime. Precinct. You expect the lights to be lower and everything. And you grab your coffee, go to the evidence room, blah, blah. Go down to the detectives, the bullpen, and, it's only a room for you. It's set up kind of like Resident Evil style, like the safe rooms. Set up like that. And, along this one wall, like a bulletin wall, or each of the cases, there's 5 chapters, and you buy this by the chapter, so, which is what I like. And I looked around, and then I started the chapter, and I'm like, well, this is not going to be scary. It's going to be a boring film, and the people that are, jumping in their seats, screaming and howling and everything, that's going to be scary. And you go immediately into the church, and the demons have decided to make a piñata out of the priest, unfortunately, or whatever they did to him. It was pretty bad. And there's the demons decided to decorate the church with pig heads and everything. Because there's a verse in the Bible about, the demons being cast into swine. So the demons were like, you know what? We're decorating with pig heads. So it was kind of like, ugh. They had a teen rating, but the first thing I thought was, I'm slapping mature on this, because, I don't want to lose the channel. And all the elements from, they said it's based on the 3rd book and movie, and I couldn't remember that as well, but everything I remembered from the first movie was there. And it's a really slow burn, because you go and you have to find the priest's office, and I don't even know how I knew where his office was. I guess I kind of just knew. I mean, it's probably the only direction you could go, but I kind of just knew, and it just, you had this dread, because there's scares here and there, but they're not too, ugh. And you listen to the tapes, it's more psychological, because as you listen to the tapes and you read the stories and everything, and you find the secret place, and you do this other stuff, it just builds. And you hear the demon's voice, and it's kind of like that Regan voice. And or Regan, they called her both, I think, in the movies. And as a young child, I was confused. I thought the president was tied up on the bed. Anyhow, you are going through this game, and you hear that voice. That kind of voice you associate with her as a young child being possessed by Pazuzu. It's not exactly on spot, but it's close enough. I said, "Rah, growl." And he promised in the third movie, Pazuzu promised in the third movie that, you know, all these demons were coming back. And you get a logbook, and there's like 5 or 6 or more demons that they want to come back. And the priest is already gone, and you've collected his kit. And you get attacked by one of the demons, and let me tell you, that kit's not going to do you any good. You're there, you know, you get knocked down, and you have the cross in front of you, and you're screaming for the demon to back off, and the cross isn't activating, and the cross isn't activating, and it's supposed to activate because the priest notes told you it was, and it's not activating, and the demon is just coming towards you, and you know you're mincemeat. Somehow, you end up back at the precinct. And I'm like, I'm not playing the second chapter, forget this. But I told them, I said, if you really want to see me play the second chapter, I will. But it was funny because, you know, you think as horror games go, as that genre goes, this wasn't going to be scary because it wasn't guys with chainsaws, it wasn't killer animatronics, it wasn't space aliens. And when we see demons done today, we expect them to be, you know, over the top and coming at us in waves and everything. This was really old school horror movie horror, only you were getting to play it, and it was not fun. It was not fun at all. And it just was, it was interesting. And I was glad, like, Loki kind of gave me a push to play it. And afterwards, I wanted to talk to somebody about it so bad, but then I found out I had this opportunity to do research through a company that I won't mention in case they don't give me the research gig, because I'd wrote the actual company saying this sounds like a scam, and they're like, no, it's legit. If you're chosen, you might not be chosen. So I signed up for that. And I got a letter in the mail today telling me I had gotten the insurance, and I was so happy, but then I got a call and a hang up from, you know, the people that give me the insurance. So I don't know if it was a case where they had approved me in a letter and sent out the approval letter and changed your mind or what, but I think Monday I will call and see if I can select my insurance, and I'll find out then. But I think I have insurance. I'm not sure. I mean, nobody left a message. They didn't leave a callback message or anything, so I don't know. And it was a weird day. And I got my Patreon notice, so thank you to my patrons, to the people that, you know, were able to stay with me. I appreciate it. I appreciate how hard stuff is. I really do. Like, people want to see you play these games, and people want to see you, like, do all this other stuff on the other channel. So I know what it's like. You know, I know people don't have infinite amount of money. That's why I was, like, seriously debating this game, because I'm like, I'm really trying to watch, because I know I have my homeowner's insurance coming in, I just paid my sewage. You know, and whatever else might pop up, I was like, well, I want to be careful. But, you know, I thought, well, the game's like $4.99. I'll go ahead and get it. But yeah, it was a strange day. It really was. And it was strange to play that game. And even towards the end, I was thinking, this isn't going to be that scary. How am I going to sell this game? What did those people do? You know, like drink 20 cups of coffee before they played it? They were like jumping around, screaming in their seats. You know, because you know how people have that like little promo before the video, and I didn't watch anyone play it. I'm really glad I didn't. I just like saw like little promos. So I was like, this isn't going to be scary. It's going to be stupid. It's going to be a waste of my money. I'm going to demand my money back from Oculus. It was scary. It was not quite up there in intensity with Affected the Manor. That thing is just scary from start to finish. And if you played this again, I think when you know where everything is, it isn't going to be quite as scary. Because when you know where everything's coming from, sometimes it, you know, it kind of, you know, it dies down. It's why, like, a series is, the first game can be terrifying, but then by the 5th game, everybody's like, fine, whatever. You know, like those GameStop commercials where, like, the demon shows up and it's like the 900th time he showed up and the guy's bored and the demon's bored and they're not even shooting each other. Kind of like that. So yeah, it was interesting. Got to see dear old Pazuzu. Got to see demons do terrible things. Put a mature rating on it, and Amazon's like, yeah, you better put a mature rating on this because we don't think it's appropriate for advertisers. And I'm like, that's great. Watch them in my channel. Countless people have played this game, but they're much bigger, more established channels. They'll be okay, but watch me get it. And there's a second chapter of this joy, and there's 3 more coming out. And this was just, your first chapter is like your intro chapter in these games. I'm like, if you really want to see me play the other chapters, I will. But I think 1 was enough for me. It was a slow burn, but the ending was enough for me. The ending was really enough for me. But, if they want to see me play it again, if I get good reactions to it, I'll go on and play. It's kind of like now it feels like all those times I tried to change that channel, no one was on board with it, and now that I'm giving them what they want, they're like, will you please change the channel? And remember, Loki has pretty much instructed me, do what makes you happy. Don't worry too much about other people, which I'm doing, but I was kind of happy some people asked me to change some stuff up, because then when I want to bring in games like The Exorcist or like gallery shooters or, shoot 'em ups or whatever, RPGs, whatever, I can do that, and I don't have to worry about the FNAF. Some people, as soon as that last game came out, and came out before Christmas, and the fanfares died down, they're done with FNAF already. They were done after the first game, maybe. So it's interesting. Have to see where the channel goes. But again, Loki already warned me. He was like, that channel is not going to be your ship coming in. It'll be something for you to do and keep you mentally active, but don't think this channel is going to be your ship coming in. So I had an eventful day. I think I have the insurance. I'm pretty sure I do. And if I don't, guys, I don't. It's to the point now where it's over. I fought as hard and long as I can, and it's either here, as the letter said, or it's not. So we'll see. I'll find out Monday. I'll call to choose my plan. I'll find out. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.